Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J. Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Dynasty here on NCAA 14, using that college football revamp, of course. Today we're going to be on the road here, taking on the Bluffton Beavers. Lee Corso's actually going to be rocking with us because for the very first time, we are ranked in the top 25. We're 5-1. Bluffton, on the other hand, not so good. They're 1-5 so far this season, man. It has not been a good look whatsoever, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and get together, and I'm excited to get things going. So with that being said, I hope you guys are excited about today's episode, and if you are, man, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe if you have to be brand new. Let's see if we can win our first game as a ranked team in the top 25. Let's get it. So let's go ahead and get things officially underway now. Our very first game ranked in the top 25. And not wasting time as well, Justin Byrne making his way down the sideline and ending up getting a really nice return as well. Taking it to the 40-yard line, but unfortunately for us, we do end up going ahead and going 3 and out on that first possession. So the kick return by Justin Byrne kind of goes to waste, and now we see Justin Byrne and what has been a really elite defense for the Earlham Quakers this season come out onto the field for the very first time. But, you know, not playing up to its typical level, as Fry's going to drop back, get it out to Jefferson on the right-hand side. Is going to end up picking up a first down here in the process. That first attempt going for 14 yards. As the Beavers trying to drive downfield, trying to throw it over to the left-hand side. A little bit overthrown. Mario Hernandez was there on the coverage. It was kind of close to him, but, I mean, it is what it is. Just got to make sure we get him off the field here on this 3rd and 6. Fry going to go ahead in the shotgun, drop back to pass. Going to throw one down the left sideline, gets it out to Fitzpatrick. And is going to get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers. And Bluffton is actually going to strike first against the number 25 ranked team in the entire country, taking an early 7-0 lead, as we're trying to go ahead and get our own rhythm going, as we do finally get ourselves a first down. Jakeem short of a gain of 21, but thankfully also fumbles it out of bounds, because that could have not been pretty whatsoever, as Miami trying to throw over the middle, nearly intercepted. We was looking for Adam Hill to third, but just an inaccurate throw, unfortunately. So now a 2nd and long coming up following that, as we'll go ahead now, run with Miami Gallier, who does more than make up for the inaccurate throw and does end up picking up a first down here as well. So now we got a 2nd and 10 now coming up here, as Miami sitting in the shotgun once again, as he'll drop back, throw over to the left-hand side, gets it out to Jakeem short for a gain of 6. So a decent throw from quarterback to one of the older wide receivers on the squad. And as a result of that, got 3rd and 4 coming up here. Going to throw quickly over to Derek Blue, who shakes off one tackler and ends up picking up 9 as a result of it. Earlham moving down the field quickly as we set up another 2nd and 7 coming up here. This time trying to get in with the play action. Miami trying to get it to Jesse Green, but it's incomplete. That was going to be a touchdown. Jesse Green was wide butt naked open, but the pressure forces the incomplete pass. And now on 3rd and 7, just trying to do something with the football, but nobody was getting open, and George Moss was able to get up in there and make the tackle. And it seems like he had a free run at the quarterback as well. CJ Holman needs to do a better job with pass protection, at least give our quarterback some time to do something. But instead, we will go ahead and get a field goal up on the board. So we do cut it down to 7-3 for the time being. But that being said, we do get a free and out on our next possession. So Now we'll go ahead now and take the ball back over once again, as we're playing a little sloppy. Could play a little bit better, but it's still a close game. Only down 7-3 going into the first quarter of play. So let's go and get things started here with the start of the second quarter. Got a 3rd and short coming up here, man, as Miami will drop back. He's going to throw it quickly over to the right-hand side where Jakeem Short is. It ends up picking up 10 yards on the play. So we continue to move this football down the field now across the 50-yard line. Trying to take the lead for the very first time today. Let's see if we got what it takes. Finally have that first lead. Bluffton, they're playing very stingy for what is a 1-5 squad. As we got 2nd and 4 now coming up. Miami throwing to the right-hand side. Gets it to Jakeem Short, who breaks the tackle and is immediately in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. The first touchdown of the day for the Quakers. Gives us our very first lead of the ball game. We now got a 10-7 lead as a result of it. As we go ahead now, get ourselves back to work as the defense gets into the backfield, but Finn Otis, he doesn't even need to do it. You don't even need to grab the face mask. You had him locked up in the backfield. Just an unnecessary thing, And I keep forgetting, even though this defense is doing a really good job so far this season, this is also a defense that is mainly made up of sophomores and juniors. So still not a lot of experience, on the defensive side of the football, but you could say that, about the rest of the squad, because we, even after this season, unless somebody declares or transfers, we are going to get all of our starters back next season. That's the scary part with how good we've been playing, being ranked in the top 25 right now. As we'll have 3rd and 4 now coming up here. As Fry in the shotgun, going to drop back the pass, going to throw quickly over to the left-hand side, but it's incomplete. Pass was dropped as Caden Doman did not have a step on that receiver. That could have potentially been 6 points depending on how that went down, but we were very fortunate. They had to punt the football away because they weren't in field goal range. Instead, we got ourselves a chance to go ahead and extend the lead ourselves. Try to make it a 2-score game here for the very first time today, as CJ Holman does end up taking it up the middle and picks up a gain of 10 yards. As now, 1st and 10 coming up. Got a free wide set on the right-hand side as Miami looking around, looking for somebody to get open. Finds Derek Blue downfield. First down for Earlham. Nice job by Miami, not panicking too quickly. And because he decided not to panic, what we were ending up able to do, get a big gain because of it as we try to throw it again. That one was dropped. Derek Blue, he's a speed guy, still needs to work on the catching, the route running a little bit, but, you saw what he can do when he does end up catching the football. And speaking of catching a football, really nice catch by Jakeem Short as well. Hanging on to that one as well on top of it. As we got a 1st and 10 now coming up just on the edge of the red zone. As Miami drops back, throws quickly over the middle where Jariah Bond is locating. And is only managing to pick up 5 yards on the catch. Tough defense for the Bluffton Beavers. As we now, 2nd and 5. All alone, 5 wide. Set as Jake Elliott drops the pass. You gotta be kidding me. Already our 2nd drop pass on the drive. So now just going to go with something that's a little bit easier on us. Do a little halfback screen. But Bluffton sniffs it out. And we do not get the yardage needed to pick up that first down, unfortunately. So we will have to go ahead and settle for our 2nd field goal of the day. And Jacob Ramos does get it to go. So we're on 13-7 for the time being as they run a little bit of Wildcat, but trying to throw the football, but we're going to make them pay for it, though. Deontay McLaurin going to take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Earlham. Let's go, baby. Okay. Deontay McLaurin making them pay for it by, getting the interception and bringing it all the way back. Not sure what they were thinking, to be honest, trying to get the halfback to throw the football, but, not that being done. That's probably why he's playing running back and not quarterback, because Straight up, not a good decision whatsoever. You know, and that's also why he plays running back at the same time, because he can get some good runs on us as well. Still, we got ourselves a 20-7 lead, man. I'm trying to continue this momentum. See if we can really open up this lead here before the end of the first half. But instead, they're actually going to close in on us as they are going to get a 66-yard touchdown courtesy of Sheldon Jackson. And the Bluffton Beavers are going to be right back in this game. Now only a 6-point deficit that they're facing, but we do at least have the football before the end of the first half. We just got to make sure that we go ahead and finish moving forward. As we got 1st and 10 now coming up, about 1:30 left to play here. As Miami going to throw short over to Cameron Frost, an original walk-on, who does get out of bounds, so we will, you know, be able to save a timeout. Granted, we still have 3 timeouts remaining. As we now try to pass again on the 2nd and inches. Miami this time running for his life, able to get around the corner and get out of bounds to avoid taking a hit as well. A nice 21-yard gain. Is now 1st and 10 following, you know, the run by Miami. Gets it out to Jadriah, fakes out the defender and gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. Let's go, baby. The passing attack doing work out here. And the amazing part is we get them to go 3 and out on their next possession. So we can add even more points if we wanted to here. And we might just be able to do that as Jakeem Short already does get us into field goal range with that catch alone. He already has 100 yards receiving. Is now 1st and 10 again. Miami thrown over the middle to Jeremy Sprinkle Jr., who does, you know, pick up a few yards before we go ahead, you know, take a timeout. We still have 1 timeout remaining. So we'll probably have 1 more shot at the end zone before the end of this first half. We'll go ahead and throw it to Jakeem Short, who does at the very least make it a really easy kick for Jacob Ramos, who hasn't missed a field goal in his entire career. And I'm not going to go ahead and jinx this man either, as Jacob Ramos is able to get it in between the uprights. And at the end of the first half, we're looking like a top 25 squad. We're now up 30-14. Second half is coming though. So let's go ahead and get the second half officially underway now, as the Bluffton Beavers are now taking the field first here on offense. As Caden Doman, he makes the tackle, but again, another face mask penalty. That's our 2nd face mask that we have given up. First one belonging to Finn Otis, although they're going to get Caden Doman this time around. Another original walk-on who has molded himself into a starter. As Fry will throw over the middle, get it out to Jackson, and does end up picking up the first down. Gain of 17 yards. So Bluffton Beavers are on the move, looking to get the first points here of the second half. As Fry will roll out to his left-hand side. Gonna throw it quickly over to Sheldon Jackson, who does manage to pick up the first down. And now sit in the edge of the red zone as well as a result of it. We got 1st and 10 coming up. Fry again. This time rolling out to his right, but there was Caden Doman laying down the lumber. They're going to call it an incompletion though, but that could have maybe been a fumble depending on how you saw it. That being said, great play by Caden Doman. Now it's time for the rest of the defense to step up so that we can go ahead and get these guys off the field here. Facing 3rd and short coming up here. Looks like it's going to be a shotgun set. Probably will be a pass. Fry dropping back. It's a screen. They get it out to Shelton Jackson. And Chris Ty brings him down, but not soon enough. Just barely enough to move the chains. You absolutely hate to see it. So drive will still continue for the time being as Bluffton tries to go ahead and punch it in the end zone, but they're having a little bit of trouble doing that. You know, it seems like Rashad Fry, this quarterback, boomer bust kind of guy, either gets a long completion or, you know, ends up throwing an interception or, you know, not making the completion at all. As Matthew Sands should have had that one, to be honest with you. I can't count the number of times this season where Matthew Sands reads the play, tries to go for the interception, but then ends up dropping it. If he had decent hands, he probably would have at least 3 to 4 picks, I would say, but still looking for his first interception as Bluffton does settle for a field goal. And we'll also go ahead and take a little bit of a studio update. Got a top 25 matchup in the SEC. Texas A&M and LSU have it pretty close right now. Texas A&M ranked despite only being 4-3. SEC bias, am I right? But then Manchester and Franklin are also, getting kind of close. Franklin's 5-2, but they aren't ranked as well. We'll have to play both of these teams. Actually, Manchester we play after this game against Bluffton, where hopefully we go ahead and keep taking care of business. Meanwhile, Franklin is one of our rivalry games, so that could be a really good rivalry game if Franklin can keep that up. We got to keep focusing on this game, though, as Miami going to take it upfield. Going to try to bounce it back inside, but does meet a gang of Bluffton defenders, though. Able to bounce himself right back up here once again. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. Going to hand it off to C.J. Holman, who, if we didn't have a blocker blocking our way, we would have had a lot more yards, because C.J. Holman had some space to work with. We got a little bit caught up there. That is going to happen sometimes here in NCAA 14. But Bob Smith actually is going to get a carry, the fullback, coming in on for the triple option set. First time we've called Bob Smith name in a while. And it leads to a 1st and 10 coming up here once again. As Jesse Green taking it upfield, picking up another 1st down here, this time for a gain of 6 yards. So that's, not too bad of a carry for the first carry of the day for Cameron Frost. As Miami drops back, facing pressure right away. Didn't even have time to read the defense, unfortunately. So that's going to lead to 3rd and long now, as literally, Miami didn't have time to make any reads. So they're trying to get back at it again once more. It's 3rd and 10, trying to throw over them to Jakeem Short. But that time, they read it like a book. They actually nearly intercepted that pass. But thankfully for us, Bluffton also going 3 and out. So the score does remain, a 2-score game. As we'll go ahead and try to drive down the field, basically pick off where we started, because we did get a decent return from Justin Burden. Is now 1st and 10, trying to run the read option, but it's blown up like just absolutely blown up. Quinton Robertson getting his 2nd TFL of the day. And now we got 2nd and 14 coming up. Miami dropping back, throwing over the middle to Derek Blue, who breaks off multiple tackles as he's trying to fight for that 1st down marker, but he's going to be just shy. Only 1 more yard left to pick up. Going to try to pick it up with the passing game. As Miami drops back, looking around, going to throw it to C.J. Holman. Just go ahead and check it down. Don't necessarily need to go for the end zone. Just go ahead and pick up that 1st down. Keep the drive alive, all that good stuff. And that's one thing I do like about Miami. He's not taking as many risky decisions, and that's setting us up for more points. Miami's figured out he doesn't have to do everything necessarily, because, he's not completely the focal point of his offense. Who is a focal point, though? Jesse Green is one of them when he's in the game. A 1-yard touchdown, making the most of his limited opportunities. As that does stretch our lead now to 20 points. So now we're definitely looking like a top 25 team, up 37-17. As Bluffton looks to try to respond from the touchdown drive that we just put together. As we get to the end of his 3rd quarter, Fry on a 3rd and 4. Gonna go deep downfield, finds Shelton Jackson again. The 2nd touchdown of the day for the Bluffton receiver. As now Deontay McLaurin was the one who couldn't manage to keep up there that time around. And Bluffton does end up picking up a little bit of momentum, but we still got a pretty nice lead to work with here at the end of the day. Your Quakers are going to be up 37-24 after 3 quarters of play. Get them 4s up, baby. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some revenge, with that touchdown pass that they put together, to end this 3rd quarter. And Justin Burden, he's looking for blood. He's got some space on the outside. He's got one man to beat. He's not going to be able to bring him down, as Justin Burden immediately responding with an NCAA record himself, a 104-yard touchdown. Justin freaking Burden setting a new record that he set, by the way, in the previous episode. Make sure you go check that out, by the way. So Justin Burden with another kick return for a touchdown. if he's not named returner of the year, I am going to absolutely riot. And I'm also might riot if our defense keeps giving up these long passes as well. I have it at conservative, like for zone, so they should be playing back to avoid getting beat deep, you know, so make it make sense. And even conservative quarterback, because, you know, this quarterback can't really run. He's slower than Tom Brady. As Fry will go ahead and throw over to the left-hand side, get it out to Hester. As Jonathan Hester does manage to pick up 8 yards there on the catch. It's now a couple plays later, 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Beavers. As Hester is going to move over to the right-hand side. As Fry throws over in the middle, finds Jefferson, and picks up the first down and a whole lot more. Getting just about inside the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Beavers here as they try to set up the screen, but, you know, must have slipped out of his hands or something because nobody was pressuring him on that throw. It's going to happen sometimes as Kennedy is going to get in the end zone anyways. We just had a wide open hole for him. You know, defense, you know, having a little bit of an off day, it seems like. But that being said, you know, Earlham is going to be, you know, we still have a 2-possession lead. You know, that's, you know, something, you know, that still needs to be noted. As Jakeem Short does throw over the middle once again. Gain of 6 yards. As we will go ahead and begin the quest to try to go ahead now and get that 50-burger on the board, man. We haven't done that very often in this series, but we can make it happen here today. That would certainly be something else as CJ Holman does end up picking up the first down on the reception, his 4th catch of the day. So now 1st and 10 coming up here. Miami dropping back, looking around, throwing over the middle to Adam Hill III, who's brought down almost as soon as he makes the catch, but still, 1st catch of the day, good for 18 yards. And the Earlham Quakers are on the move once again, this time 2nd and 11 coming up here. Miami choosing to scramble all by himself, getting out of bounds too. Again, really smart decision getting out of there. Nobody was really open on the play. It's now 1st and 10 again, still sitting in that shotgun formation. Miami throwing over the middle, finds Robert Price Jr., the true freshman at tight end. Both of these tight ends absolutely explosive. They have been a high quality add into this offense. A 2nd and goal now. We take it up the middle with Jesse Green, who gets it into the end zone. Touchdown Earlham. And we get ourselves that 50-burger here at the same time. And so at this point, you know, we're up by 3 scores. Got, you know, 3 minutes left to play. So I feel really good about our chances of winning this game. I mean, it's going to take an absolute miracle at this point for the Bluffton Beavers to come back. But still got our starting defense on the field because I do want to see them trying to finish strong. You know, we can get away with, you know, the defensive errors that we had in this game and still end up winning. But, you know, playing against a Manchester, playing against a Hanover, playing against, you know, I think Anderson as well. They're in the hunt to, you know, win our division as well. You know, we have to play better on the defensive side of the football if we're going to win those types of football games. So, you know, let's see if our defense can finish strong here, man. But right now, you know, not too terribly impressed as there's another 1st down for the Beavers. As a couple plays later now, 2nd and 9 coming up. Going to go ahead and send the blitz, but they're getting a little twitchy on the offensive line, trying to get going, you know, get a little head start here. And they're going to pay for it, another penalty on the Beavers. So that's going to bring them back just a little bit here. 2nd and 14 coming up is now Fry dropping back, going to try to throw over the right-hand side. Gets it out to Darius Hicks. As Deontay McLaurin just getting beat easily off that little out route to the outside. As Fry will drop back again on a 1st and 10. This time going deep downfield. Mario Hernandez. You got to be great, my guy. You got to get that interception. So many dropped interceptions this season for Mario Hernandez. It's been a difficult one, you know. Hasn't necessarily lived up to the expectations, but there's a guy that's doing a really good job with those expectations. Ian Levine, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, might be an original walk-on too. He's been playing well now. 3rd and 17 coming up. We get a sack on, or not a sack, but at least a pressure on this quarterback. So now 4th and 17 coming up here. Fry in the shotgun, free wide to the left. Gonna send one deep, gets it out to Vic Patrick. as Cameron Frost was caught looking in the backfield. Travis Fitzpatrick was able to get behind him. And so another first down for the Beavers once again, as Fry drops back on a throw to the left-hand side. Gets it out to Travis Fitzpatrick once again for his 8th catch of the day. He's been having a good 133 yards and a tub. Is now 2nd and goal now coming up here. Fry trying to get it in on the read option. Finn Otis gets fooled. And Rashad Fry, as a result of it, gets it into the end zone. Touchdown Beavers. In a 51-38 ball game. Bluffton's offense been doing pretty solid, but that being said, they still need the onside kick, which our guys are going to go ahead and, pick up pretty easily. And, we could be one of those guys that goes ahead and kneels it down, that kind of stuff. But that being said, I could also be Penny because, you're not stopping us. So, we're going to go ahead and add some points on the board. We're feeling Penny today, as Miami's going to go ahead and hand it off to CJ Holman, who does find the end zone. Touchdown Earlham, making our stats look a little bit better here at the same time. And that's going to be our final score here, man. We are going to go ahead. We're going to win this game as, our first football game as a ranked team. Coming in ranked 25 in the nation. And I think for the most part, we showed why we deserve to be ranked in that top 25. As, we do win this game by a final score of 58-38. Definitely some things that we need to work on, but when we're like a 69 overall squad, nice. There's always going to be things to work on, but hey, offense played phenomenal, and, the only thing left to do is, trying to go ahead and try to get going here, but, that being said, we tried to get out of the game. The game actually freezes, and I couldn't figure out a way around it, so gonna have to try to restart it, and hopefully things turn out well for us. Alright, so you're probably wondering why I'm back at this screen, and it was because the game didn't save. What ended up happening was that we actually, lost the opportunity. The game froze on us, so it didn't save our game at the end. So I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't feeling the idea of going ahead and just going about replaying the game. Thankfully for us though, we still beat their ass. But we was on them, on that game. So I'm happy that at least in this sim, we end up taking care of business anyways, winning by a score of 41-17. You love to see it. And now we'll go ahead and get ready for our next matchup. So because we got that win in simulation, what ended up happening is that we actually got ourselves a coaching upgrade, and we're now up to level 14. Now, one of the rules of this dynasty is we have random coaching upgrades, so we just can't go ahead and put everything into, we can't put everything into recruiting like what a lot of like dynasties usually are, because I can manage the game, right? And that's usually what I would do. But that being said, we have our own set of coaching upgrades, and what the NCAA guys decide is we're gonna go ahead, we're going to game manage, and we're gonna get setup artists. It will be level 1 over there, so now we don't need as much yardage, for a setup play. That's reduced by 10%. So, that could help us out, over the course of the game. So next episode, we are going to go ahead and we have ourselves a really big game on our hands. We're going on the road to play against the Manchester Spartans. They're undefeated in conference play as well. And they always been that team that we couldn't quite, beat. We can't get over the top. Is this finally going to be our year? It's going to be a good one, man. So make sure you smash that like button as well as hit subscribe if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off. But I'm hoping you're all out here having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.